Oh yes, we're back to our WWE unboxings and reviews, and we start with none other than the man who was really underused and is back to being underused, Apollo Crews, coming with the WWE United States Championship as well. We're going to take a look at this, we're going to compare this, we're going to pair him, we're going to take a look at him, we're going to get him open. Let's get started. Alright, so we have got Mr. Crews out of his packaging. We've got him here with his United States Championship belt, which actually for a Mattel belt doesn't look too bad. We take a closer look here at it. We can see it has a lot of detail. The paint is pretty dang spot on for a Mattel belt. There's a lot of sculpt in there. The stripes, yeah, the stripes are sculpted. The stars are not. But it looks pretty good. It's got some tooling there on the leather itself. It looks pretty awesome. In terms of Apollo himself, I mean, he's a basic elite, we'll say. He has shoulders. They're pretty stiff. This one I thought I was going to have a Skelegod moment out of. He's got the double-jointed elbows, so they have officially made the complete upgrade to double-jointed elbows, which is fantastic. Swivels at the waist. He's got bicep swivel and wrist swivel. Come down to the legs, thigh swivel, can do the splits, can go back and forth. Bends at the knee with the double joint, and of course the boot cut and the little kind of weird foot rocker cut thing there. A couple of weird things I noticed about him is he does have the knee pads on, which is as you would expect, but he also painted his knees black, so I don't know why they did that. That's just a really interesting choice. Another thing I noticed, and this is probably unique to this figure, is this peg looks pretty funny. Like, it looks like a piece of plastic didn't get painted or it got extruded wrong. So it's good that it does have the exterior knee pads to cover that up. So that's just kind of a weird thing that seems like it's probably just going to be on mine. I'm going to take this belt off of him so we can take a quick look at his trunks. Good detail. Looks just like the ones he used to wear. Got the AC on the back and Apollo Crews on the front. This is a really good wrestler. I really hope to get to see more of him doing, good things in wrestling, because he deserves good storylines and championships and all that. He's been a real workhorse for a number of years. But now what I want to do, I want to compare United States Championship belts. Now, these are the two most recent that the WWE has used. This is the one they've used for the past, decade or more, a couple decades almost. And this is the one they've recently transitioned to. I do like the new one a lot more than the old one. The old one just, I don't know, it doesn't look like a real prize to me, where the new one's got, really bold silver and golds, and I really, really dig that. If we bring in the WCW United States Championship, we can see that it has that really strong yellow gold, kind of like this one does. I do prefer the gold finish on the old WWE United States Championship better than the gold on these other two. But in terms of detail, I think this one has to take the cake, because the detail just kind of gets lost on this WCW belt. And then if we bring in the Forgotten Figurines belt, it's just all bets are off, because their belts are above and beyond any standard of quality that Mattel could ever hope to deliver with these toy belts. And one of the big things that hold these toy belts back are the way they're attached to their straps. They've got these huge tabs on the back which stick through to grab on it. It works, it works. It keeps the plates on there, but the problem is they don't fit around the waist properly, and they kind of bulge out in weird ways, kind of like they do in the 2K games. Now, if we put a Forbidden Figurines United States Championship belt on him, he looks even cooler, which is just fantastic. But yeah, this is a cool belt, cool figure. It comes with a pretty good belt for the WWE, Mattel, AEW Jazzwares type of belts. It would probably be better if they just glued the plates onto the strap, but I know that probably isn't as durable when kids are playing with them, so that's understandable. These aren't really collector items. They're more children's toys. So that's completely reasonable that they do it the way they do. But Forbidden Figurines just blows everybody else out of the water when it comes to it. And one more quick look at a comparison between the old WWE United States Championship belt and the newer strap, just to kind of get a really good look at those and see what the differences are in them. Which one do you like better? Let me know in the comments. It probably just depends on what you saw first and what you got into, in your more formative years. I probably ultimately would like one like this more than anything, but only if it were scaled right and fit their bodies right, which this doesn't. So, oh well, what can you do? Well, I hope this told you whether or not you want to get this Apollo Crews figure, whether, it's something you want to add to your collection. He does come with 2 extra hand sculpts, forgot to mention those, 2 fist sculpts. He is not held into his inner bubble with any kind of rubber bands or plastic ties, so he pops right out, super easy. And that's Apollo Crews. I dig it. He's got the new elbows. He's got great articulation. He's got a pretty good Mattel, belt. Still has that weird sticky out thing, but it still looks pretty damn good for what they're usually putting out. So, and the face sculpt is good, except I do wish he didn't have this huge, just shit-eating grin on there. That's a little bit disappointing, but he's still going to look great in the ring and in the comic. So, beggars can't really be choosers, right? Hope you enjoyed this. Hope this gave you some good ideas as to whether or not this is something you want to add to your collection. And as always, keep collecting the way you like to collect, whether that's keeping your figures mock, opening them for display or for play. Whatever you like to do is the right way to do it. And if you like what I'm doing, please like and subscribe. I'd greatly appreciate it. I'm trying to get to 250 subscribers by the end of 2022, and you can really help me get there by just a couple of clicks. And if you share this, oh man, that's even better. Until next time, though, I'm John Finn, and I'm out.